My rooster doesn't crow when the sun rises. He crows when he hears humans wake up. Like, you could literally roll over in bed and he's like, holy crap, that's a people, the human is awake. The same rooster. God, guys, he's so cute. He always lets hens eat treats first and won't have any treats until they've had as much as they want, unless it's a blueberry. Crap, blueberries are like serious freaking business for Pharaoh. He's a gentleman until the damn blueberries come out and then he don't play no frickin' games. Pharaoh is a relatable mood. My friend is awake! Now I can talk to friend! Don't touch my berries. I can relate so hard to this rooster. I feel as though we have discovered my spirit animal. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo and today we are looking at r/Tumblr, a subreddit dedicated to posts from that place that Yahoo killed but then Verizon revived. Let's just get right into it. My dad accidentally threw a cheese grater at me, so I left the room and he yelled, "Come back here, you ungrateful child," while laughing hysterically. Update, my mom told me that if I had even a shred of decency, I would go back in there. Update 2, my dad apologized and told me he had only done it for the greater good. Wow, all of these sentences actually just kind of make me want to jump out the window. That's too powerful. That's punishing. That is... It's really cheesy. I love this. This is fun. This reminds me of my childhood spending time with my buddy and his parents. Because his parents do the exact same kind of crap. Ugh. Fills me with joy and love in my heart. The weirdest instance of getting my wires crossed I've ever experienced. I had a piece of candy on my desk. My intention was to simultaneously eat the candy and start a brief work task. I put the candy in my mouth and felt a surge of alarm as I was convinced for a fraction of a second that I had somehow eaten the task I was about to start. Bader. I don't know why I slipped into like subpar Patrick Warburton. Is that his name? Hold on. Yeah, I got it right. I don't know why I just slipped into like a discount Patrick Warburton there, but like I do this. I actually have little hard candies on my desk. If I really need to focus, there's something they taught me back in school because I used to struggle really hard with ADHD. I would just pop one in my mouth and I would be able to focus for as long as I had the candy. But then I started to develop this issue where I would just bite down on the hard candy and then I would lose my focus because I'd be too busy crunching on the munch. Remember, if you're using candy to focus, don't crunch that munch. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Tried to take some photos of an octopus, but he grabbed the camera and took some of me instead. Photo by Bill Watterson and an octopus. I think this is the best scientist photograph I've ever seen. I love how genuinely confused, annoyed, and like enthralled that scientist looks. And then the egg behind him just laughing. I think the guy laughing in the background really sells this image for me. Everything about it. Except for the fact that the octopus's tentacle looks like a giant centipede coming for your life. That part I don't like. I hate that part, but I love the rest of it. It's all fun and games until the octopus starts catfishing people. Thank you, top comment. Very cool. Today at work, a girl at my register was heatedly explaining to her mother that wearing a dinosaur costume to her school's Decades Day was in fact perfectly acceptable because the teachers did not specify any particular decades. The kids are alright. God, I remember this post from when I was back on Tumblr. I feel this. I like this. Something about kids being cheeky and circumventing the system always makes me happy because they were smart enough to see something that the adults didn't see and then to properly exploit it. That's something that you gotta do in life sometimes. So it's good that they're learning it now and using it in a benign way, like dressing up as a dinosaur for school, or not turning in the homework because there was never any due date. You'll love to see it. Remakes be like, I'm going to draw the Scooby-Doo gang from memory and whatever happens, happens. Wish me luck. I never said I could draw dogs. Oh, I love Scooby with his one massive spot. Like, everyone else looks just about normal, but Scoob has got, like, socks for his ears. I kind of love it. I love his stupid, like, dog haunches just splayed out front. It's so stupid. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. We have this guy in my PSO2 clan who can do, like, a spot-on Shaggy impression, and he spent a night as Shaggy just spouting anti-mask propaganda, and it was the funniest thing I think I've ever heard. There's something very special about driving around at 3 or 4 a.m. Like, I am up ridiculously late. Am I up ridiculously early? The world may never know. Sees other car. What the frick are you doing up? Me driving around at 3:30 a.m. What goblin mischief could I be up to? The world will never know. Me seeing another car. Demon! Demon! So I used to work overnights at the Best Buy I used to work at, and it sucked. a lot. Like, I hate it. I did maybe 3 of these in total in my, like, 3 years there, like, once a year. And we established that if I stay up past 2 a.m., I get horribly sick due to exhaustion. Yeah, it was not good. I had to call out on my first one. It was awful. But the thing is, I remember driving home at like 7 in the morning, completely dead, because it was a red-eye shift. And I remember seeing every other car like, what the frick are you doing out in my way? And it's just like, no, they're going to work, dude. You're the weird one here. You're going home at 7 a.m. Overnight shifts suck butts. Try not to do them if you can help it. Do you ever want to gently float up to someone and whisper, this isn't a debate. I am actually educated on the subject and I'm telling you you're wrong. Yes. And I would also like to gently float in general. This is the most positive addition that has ever been made on my post. God, I feel this on a spiritual level. My brother and I get into it all the time over video games, and he's like, I don't think Blizzard is that bad. And I'm like, they are objectively that bad, brother. And it's like, you know, stuff like that. Like, I'm educated on the topic because the games industry is my industry. I am what you might call an insider. But yeah, I don't know, it kind of breaks me when it's like, I know the thing. I have thoughts on the thing. Cool, those thoughts are incorrect. No, you're wrong! Like, I don't know why this has become such a prevalent thing in our society. You know, the one in which we live. But it happens so much. It happens so much. I could never go to Australia because dingoes look like normal dogs and I couldn't trust myself not to pet them. What do you mean these good boys can kill me? Oh, babies. I want to pet them and lose my hand. Are dingoes that vicious? Oh, apparently some dingoes will also just walk up and demand pets, and then others will also steal a whole roast chicken. So it's kind of a gamble which one you get, but the chicken one will kill you. I don't know the story behind dingoes, but they look too much like domesticated dogs for me to think that they weren't just the original dogs that got dropped off on the prison colony. And like the fact that they're demanding pets is another thing. It's weird. It's weird. I want answers. I want answers. One time when I was about 4, the 10-year-old neighbor boys attacked me with water guns, and I ran away and told my mom. She gave me the hose and set it to pressure wash and basically told me to finish what they started. Excellent parenting. You really want to finish what you started? You actually got to get a pressure washer? That'll break bones. They'll never do it again. You will have flexed your dominance as one with the power washer. Honestly, that is a good parenting. Like, you set the kid up for, like, a safe revenge, and it's, you know, it's very clearly just fun. I like that. I miss being a kid sometimes. But then I remember I couldn't do meth as a kid. Then I realized it wasn't worth being a kid again. I don't do meth. Mama! Ooh. OP, delete this now. This image follows me everywhere I go. It has been posted in every Discord server in which I exist. There is no escaping this image of Mama Uwu. Fun fact, in PSO2, Uwu is censored. I don't know why. Uwu is just straight censored unless you have the tweaker. I've never understood why Uwu of all things was censored, but now every time someone enters my room, the greeting bot just goes Uwu, and only half the players can see it. It is surreal to me. Plague Doc with 3 Plague Doclings. Don't talk to me nor my 3 PhD students ever again. Man, I always think Plague Doctors looked super cool and terrifying, and I would never want to see one in public. I know that they were just, you know, normal dudes, normal doctors doing their best to try and stave off the plague that they thought was airborne. Because, like, that beak is full of, like, not masks. The beak is the mask. That beak is full of, like, rosemary and stuff like that. Like, scented holy herbs to make it so dealing with the bubonic plague didn't suck as much. Because they weren't smelling the bad. And also they had those big coats to prevent any sort of skin transmission, which saved them from the fleas that were actually the cause. And I just think they're so cool because they came up with this to try and counteract something they didn't know. They made a full medieval PPE. That's so cool! Child with an undiagnosed mental illness. I think I need help. I struggle with things no one else seems to be struggling with. A parrot who never got diagnosed for the exact same mental illness. Oh, sweetie, everyone struggles with that. I got lucky. My mom knew. My mom had ADHD. She knew what it was like. And when the school was like, hey, put him on this medicine that'll kill his liver, but it'll even him out, she was like, no. I would rather just teach him how to deal with it. And, I mean, it's not 100% effective. I still have my days where I just can't function properly. But for the most part, I've learned a lot of techniques to get around the issue in my head. And I still have a good liver. Like, there's a lot of side effects that come with it, but it's nice to know that, you know, I at least was lucky enough to have someone who had already gone through it. Not everyone is that lucky. And when you turn 18, you can try and get yourself sorted. Hopefully. I know that that's kind of a money issue, but like, hopefully, you know what I mean? Hopefully. I present to you the father of psychology. Freud is sometimes referred to as the father of psychology. Whilst not everyone may agree or like his ideas, the process of trying to find better ideas than some of his has triggered a huge amount of research within psychology. I love this, because it's basically saying his ideas were so crazy and awful that it motivated people to try and find any other explanation just to prove him wrong. Like, so much research was done on the basis of I freaking hate Freud. What a mood. I mean, yeah, this guy basically, I swear, this man is responsible for why we see so many, "What are you doing there, stepbrother?" on, like, certain websites, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this guy single-handedly invented the modern Oedipus complex that gives people crises. I don't think anyone thought about it beforehand, and it's only known now because his work was so published. He is a blight. His research is a blight. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe even share it with a friend and reminisce about when Tumblr was good. If you want more r/Tumblr, there will be another one popping up in just a couple of seconds, but until then, my name has been Lumo, and I hope to see you in the very next video. Have a lovely day.